Food self-sufficiency as a prerequisite for economic development and even the return of peace. Bernard Bahati, a Congolese entrepreneur in the east of the DRC, is convinced of this. In his province of North Kivu, now ravaged by the war between the Congolese armed forces and the M23 rebels, the agricultural sector is badly affected. This is why Bernard Bahati has decided to contribute to tackle food insecurity of the region with his maize processing factory, which employs 50 people and which he funded himself, the Okapi Agro-Business, a valuable support for farmers and breeders. Take a look. The Okapi Agro-Business flour mill is located in the Bujovo district in Goma, a few meters from the border between Rwanda and the DRC. Maize from different territories in North Kivu, South Kivu, Tanganyika and other regions of the DRC is stored here before being processed. Okapi Agro-Business is a 100% Congolese agri-food processing plant with a production capacity of more than 50 tons of flour daily.
We noticed that we were only mentioned in bad times because when you type Congolese youth on the internet or the east of the DRC, the images were only about war, conflict, rape. We thought, why can't we give a good image of our country? Of course there are young people who are in armed groups, but not all young people. There are also young entrepreneurs like us who do good for the nation and other citizens' well-being.
Bernard Bahati, this 37-year-old Congolese entrepreneur, has kept the city of Goma afloat in the face of the hurricane that has shaken it for several months, particularly due to the war between the armed forces of the DRC and the M23 rebels. More than 87% of the population of Goma consumes maize flour. Unfortunately, the territory of Rutshuru, the largest producer of maize in the province, is at war. Relations between neighboring countries, including Rwanda and Uganda, must be improved for the population to get supplies. Fortunately, the Okapi factory still had maize in stock, so the town is always supplied.
We wanted to create an ecosystem to impact every economic strata of the province or the country. That's how we started with processing, but we support them through agricultural cooperatives. We escort farmers and breeders because they provide us with the raw materials. We teach them how to produce in quality and quantity. Maize is produced here in North Kivu and sent abroad to be processed and returned to us as flour. Why can't we process this maize here at home and sell it at an affordable price to the population? So we decided to start with something.
The incidence of poverty in the DRC averages 80%, and the unemployment rate is 84%. But what is notable is that this company employs more than 50 young Congolese. Its agricultural and veterinary engineers train farmers and breeders in the methods to be used for better production. Jean Mouloume is one of these trainers, an agricultural engineer who enjoys his work and dreams big.
A year ago, I didn't have a plot of land. But with Okapi, thanks to my work here, I bought a plot of land and I plan to build a house thanks to my job at Okapi. With this job, I feel that my children's future will be better. Before, my wife did not have a job and stayed at home, but now she can afford to have an occupation thanks to what I earn here at Okapi Agro-Business.
Some farmers in the region, such as Elian Muchindi, who have benefited from the support of Okapi's team, are producing both in quality and quantity. Elian and his whole family benefit from this work. Surrounded by fields of maize, soya, manioc, colocasia, high cabbage and potatoes. Muchindi seems to have learned the lesson well. However, he laments the impact of the war that is blocking the province. Peace must return so that he can continue to evacuate his produce to the country's major cities.
I harvest bags of soya and maize, which I take to the factory to earn a living and ensure my family's survival. I take advantage of the sombe and also the cassava flour that my wife sells on the road. We eat and live very well here as far as food is concerned, but we are afraid of the war because many people have fled this village. I wish the war would end immediately so we can continue cultivating and enjoying our fields. If the war ends, we can return to our old life.
According to Bernard Bahati, the first phase of the OKP agribusiness project, which focuses on maize flour, cost $1,467,000. The second phase is planned to manufacture soft drinks and frozen potatoes. It will require an additional investment of $2.5 million. The overall project, including packaging, preservation and trade towards other cities in the country, is valued at $7 million. An example of entrepreneurial courage and a demonstration that food security could soon be within reach in eastern Congo.